Rainbow. See the rainbow? Remember the letter K? Beautiful. Look how beautiful the flowers are. Here's the letter K again. I'll let you take a picture of the angel. You want to take a picture of the angel? Okay, take a picture of the angel.
Victor, I need you to sit down, please. Everything's beginning. Rico, shh. We're gonna have a little church time, okay? You wanna sit next to me up here? Yeah? Here, you can do this with me. Come on. We're gonna read this together. Actually, I'm gonna bring this chair over. Sit right here. Is everybody ready for me to begin? Are we on live? You can't touch. This? Nothing. Okay. Good morning, family and friends, those that are here today, and those that are watching. My name is Iris Rodriguez. I am the mother of Kastari Isabella Nunez. I want to begin with thanking God for all of you, for all the love and support our families have been receiving from every single one of you. I want to thank each and every one of you for attending Starry's service today. Whether you have traveled for this private service, the drive-through viewing, or simply tuned in to our live stream this morning, I want you to know that it is greatly appreciated. Now, if you guys can turn your Bibles, oh man, to Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1 through 3. Let me get myself together. There is an occasion for everything, and a time for every activity under heaven. There's a time to give birth, and a time to die. A time to plant, and a time to uproot. A time to kill, and a time to heal. A time to tear down, and a time to build. A time to laugh, a time to weep. a time to mourn, a time to dance, a time to throw stones and a time to gather stones, a time to embrace and a time to avoid embracing, a time to search and a time to count as a loss, a time to keep and a time to throw away, a time to tear and a time to sow, a time to be silent and a time to speak, a time to love, a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace. At this moment, it's our time to weep, but it's her time to laugh. It's our time to mourn, but it's her time to dance. And although we may feel at war with this world, with the things that we go through, she is at her time of peace. And I want everyone to know that. Next, I'll be reading a short verse from Psalms chapter 55, verse 22. I read this verse because I beg that everyone cast their burdens upon the Lord through their difficult times. So as said in Psalms 55, verse 22, cast your burden onto the Lord. He will sustain you. He will never allow the righteous to be shaken.
Mommy, can you see this?
Yes, baby.
Adida.
Next, I will be reading from Mark chapter 10, verse 13 through 16. Some people were bringing little children to him so he might touch them, but his disciples rebuked them. When Jesus saw it, he was indignant and said to them, let the little children come to me. Don't stop them, for the kingdom of God belongs to such as these. I assure you, whoever does not welcome the kingdom of God like a little child will never enter into it. After taking them into his arms, he laid his hands on them and blessed them. He did this with Starry that night. She was in my arms, and he blessed her. He took her away from any pain or suffering, any evil that this world has to offer. She's at peace. And just know that God needed her strength to protect this world. Now, if you can turn to Isaiah chapter 57, verse 1 and 2. The righteous one perishes. The righteous one perishes, and no one takes it to heart. Faithful men are swept away, with no one realizing that the righteous one is swept away from the presence of evil. He will enter into peace. They will rest in their beds, everyone who lives uprightly. Kastari's in heaven. As everyone sees, she is perfect. She's still beautiful. She's our angel. And although we are sad, she will be here to give us strength. She will be here to give us light through our dark times. Finally, if you turn to the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 1 through 5, and then verse 10. At that time the disciples came to Jesus and said, Who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? Then he called to him and had him stand among them. I assure you, he said, unless you are converted and become like children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Therefore, whoever humbles himself like this child right here, this one is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. And whoever welcomes one child like this in my name welcomes me. Verse 10 says, see that you don't look down one of these little ones, because I tell you that in heaven their angels continually view the face of my Father in heaven. For the Son of Man has come to save the lost. What do you think? If a man has 100 sheep and one of them goes astray, that he won't leave the 99 on the hillside and go search for the stray? And if he finds it, I assure you, he rejoices over that sheep more than the 99 that did not go astray. In the same way, it is not the will of our Father in heaven to let these little ones perish. Finally, chapter 19. I'm still in the book of Matthew, verse 14. Leave the children alone, and don't try to keep them from coming to me, because the kingdom of heaven is made for people like this. Kastari was an angel on earth from the moment she was born, and she left this earth just as perfect and just as angelic as she was here. I have 2 more messages to read before I'll let everyone else speak. The first one is from Kastari to her family. To my godparents, I love you. Thank you for dedicating me to God, and know that I am only one call away. Titi, Tay, please take care of Mommy. And Uncle Trey, please take care of Poppy. Pop-Up, I love you, even though I never came to your house. But I will always watch over Mal and Makai. I got their backs for life. To Mima and Pop-Up C, I love you, and I want you to know that I'm okay, because I got all the snacks in heaven. To Nana, Paw, Bye, and Legend, I love you so much. I will always be by your sides, and you will never be forgotten. To Uncle Ja, I love your cooking. Name your restaurant after me. To Titi Jessie and Uncle John. To Titi Jessie and Uncle John, I love game night at your house. It is the only time we actually play. To Mumu and Uncle James, your house is my favorite place to be. You guys are like my second parents, but you guys let me do whatever I want. I eat all the cereal all the day long and all the snacks. We don't eat real food. To Jahira, Javon, Jameer, Jalicia, and Jacqueline, you guys are so much fun. You're the best. I love you guys, and I need you guys to make sure that we continue our beach day trips together as a family. The more, the merrier. To my sister and to Rico, I love you to infinity and beyond. I will always be by your side, and you will never go through troubled times alone, because I won't let you. Naya, you are the big sister I always wanted to be, Enrico, you are my little annoying brother, but I love you so much. To Mama and Papa, thank you for giving me the world. Everything and anything Mommy and Daddy couldn't or wouldn't, I knew I could get through you. I love you so much. Hugs and kisses for life. Papi, last but surely not least, I want you to know I will always be Daddy's little girl. I will be by to protect and love you. You are never alone. Just know accidents happen and it's okay, because God doesn't make mistakes. Be strong like me, because my brother and sister need you. And to all my family and friends, remember to be kind, loving, forgiving, thankful, understanding, smart, silly, and important, just like me. Look for me in the stars. Last but not least, my letter to Kastari that I did not finish, so pardon me. Kastari, you are still my best friend. You are my strength. You are my light in this world. I miss you and I still can't believe that you're gone. It's been over a month now, and it still feels like yesterday. Not a day goes by without me and Rico having a discussion about you, how much we miss you, or when you will come back home. I don't have the answers, but I know through God, one day we will understand. But for some reason, when you left our home, it didn't feel like a home no more. So I do ask for your light to guide us through this time of darkness. I do ask for your strength to get me through these days. I will always hear you hum when I eat. I see your smile when I wake up alongside of your brother. I will forever be thankful for our family, for our friends. I will think about you every day and strive to be the best me, so that when my time comes, you and Jesus welcome me into the gates of heaven. I truly believe that I was blessed to have you. I don't know why I deserved you. You are perfect in every way, and it's your ways that I turn to in time of trouble. When I am sad, I think about the life your father and I provided for you, and it makes me happy. You went to a Christian school, you were in sports, you traveled to many cities and states, you even got your passport stamped in Mexico. You played spades, you rode dirt bikes, and you even been on dates in multiple cities that most people haven't been to. I remember this past Valentine's Day, Daddy and I took you and Rico to Mr. Chow's in New York. It was a double date. We ate next to celebrities, and I remember that you were so cool that you even took pictures with them. I don't remember his name. He was some type of rapper. But his girlfriend was mad because you took her light. Starry, you touched so many people in so many ways, and you will forever live through each and every one of us. So as I let you go today and come at peace with this, I just want you to know that I'm happy for you. You know, I'm not crying because I'm sad. I'm crying just because I miss you. But I can't wait to see you again, and I will be who I need to make sure I make it up there. I love you. I love you too, Poppy. The next person speaking will be her grandmother, my mother, Iris Marty.
You stand right here, okay? You're gonna stand right here, and you can talk to this. Come on. Okay? Now you're gonna talk to that. Okay? Okay.
I'm Kastari's grandmother.
Who's Tina?
Just want to say some words to
Who's
Kastari
Tina?
that
Who's Tina?
she'll always be my angel, Kastari,
Huh?
that I love her so much, and I know she'll always be with us. I'll cherish every memory forever. I thank God for allowing us to enjoy the time with you. You brought me, you brought me so much joy and happiness. I'll never forget your smile, Kastari. You're such a special star from above. Kastari, my beautiful princess, you will always be in my heart. I will try my best to continue our family trips to the beach and also the adventurous trips that we've had. I know they were crazy, but we did have a lot of fun with our trips. I can't wait to hold you in my arms again. And Kastari, please watch over your mommy and daddy. Love you, Starry.
You just have to hold it up to here.
Good morning, everyone. This is Hakeem, her father, who wasn't able to be here today. This is his voice recording. Sorry, these are your words from your dad to you.
As I sit here with all your pictures around me, this is the most hardest thing I've ever had to do my entire life. On June 2nd, 2015 was one of the most happiest days of my life, as I was right there as you entered this world, and I thought, oh man, two girls, God is getting me back for thinking I was a little player back then. But as I held you and looked at you as you slept, I realized God has blessed me yet again with another great creation of life. Being 24 with two girls in this world, I realized I had to stop playing and grow up for the two of you. As me and your mom spent sleepless nights changing diapers and making bottles, I realized you were truly my child. Because when you wanted something, you didn't stop crying until you got it. As time passed, even though you were my twin, you grew a bond with your mom that I was kind of jealous of, to be honest. As you took some of your first steps, I realized you would come to me a little more and more each time, not realizing you were becoming daddy's little girl more and more each moment. As each moment passed, we even had our own handshake 2 times. If you were special enough, you got. If you weren't special, you only got 1 time, not 2. You look at me for confirmation, like, Dad, is they cool enough to get 2 times? And even though I say, okay, sometimes you just give 1. Even though you were the youngest of the crew. Always tried to keep up with your sister, uncles, and cousins, full speed with no hesitation. No matter what, you were right there on their heels. When Rico was born, it was like you turned into a mom overnight, thinking you could hold him, feed him, and even burp him. As we lay there as a family and watch your movies and shows, sing, and be like, your daughter kept screaming Wawa, and we took her to Wawa, not knowing you just wanted water. The countless times we sneak and get water, cause your mom would say it was too late, and you come and ask Poppy, cause you knew I could never tell you no. You were fearless and an athlete in the making, like your mom. We had a swimmer, a fighter, a soccer player, and a basketball player. Even a dancer like your sister. If you don't believe me, tell Alexa to play Level Up by Sierra and just watch you go. In 10 days, my baby is going to be 5 years old, and I know she's setting up a big party up there and want us to do the same. Though I'm not there physically to give you one last kiss goodnight, your Uncle John is right here in my place to do it. And I've been up all night long trying to find the right words to say. I can't, baby girl. I just gonna tell the truth. You were a true angel in disguise, walking among us, blessing us with your presence. I am, take you down to us, but wanted you back, cause the world wasn't worthy of your presence. Surely, I know your overprotective butt is watching over everyone in here, even me. I can truly say I have a guardian angel now watching over us. You hear that, Nana? My starry gut. Her daddy. So you don't have to worry, I'm okay.
Guys, I'm going to cut this speech off.
My
Hakeem
baby.
has called on the phone, so I'm going to allow him to speak and
So
say his
Hakeem's
piece.
on the phone. Everyone can hear you. You're on speaker and you're by the mic.
Hello, everybody. Good morning. Thank you for being here. As I sit here with all your pics around me, this is the most hardest thing I ever had to do in my entire life. On June 2nd, 2015.
We heard all this. You want to say something
okay.
different?
The ending. Don't go towards the ending.
You got to go towards the ending because we got all that on the recording already. After Nana. You heard that, Nana?
As I've been up all night trying to find the right words, I can't, baby. I can just tell you the truth. You are a true angel in disguise, walking among us, blessing us with your presence. I am sent you down to us, but wanted you back because the world wasn't worthy of your presence. Surely I know your overprotective butt is watching over everyone in here. I can truly say I have a guardian angel now watching over us. You hear that, Nana? My starry got her daddy, so you don't have to worry. I'm okay. My baby has an unlimited amount of cereal, sandwiches, and Chinese rice, so she's good. God is testing our faith right now. You all say you're believers, so believe this is God's will, and don't let the devil trick you into thinking otherwise. This is God's test that we shall pass. There is no testimony without a test, and with peace passes all understanding. And that's all. And thank you everybody for coming out, even though I can't be there. I thank everybody, and I love you.
We love you.
We love you.
We love you.
We love you.
Did you hear everybody?
I didn't get a chance to write my own speech due to it's just a little too troubling for me. But I do have something on the behalf of everybody that couldn't be here. So I do have this composed. Living on a star is something we all imagine. In the literal sense, we want to live our best lives filled with happiness and love. Astrologers for centuries have named stars and galaxies places where no human can dwell. But life was lived with Kastari, and we are blessed and privileged to have lived through her. Thank you, Hakeem and Iris, for allowing us to enjoy Kastari. Every trip and babysitting moment was well worth it and absolutely priceless. We love you, and we will get through this together as a family. Shine bright, superstar. Superstarry. With with love to the end of the earth. Say that, hey. Say that, Trey, TT Tay Tay, Karen, Miracle, Rod, Jose, Marcus, and the rest of the crew, and whoever else that we may have missed. Please just keep our family in your prayers and continue to love on and stay strong. And thank you.
Okay, um, it's not going to be long or anything. Kastari, I remember when she was first born, and then when I used to always watch her, she used to always make these sounds, these anything that she would eat or drink, it was always mm mm. She was so smart. I didn't realize how smart she was until after she passed, and I went through my phone and I seen so many. She was such a good subscriber. She would subscribe to so much stuff on my phone, and I used to always get notifications, and I never knew it was Kastari who used to subscribe everything on my phone until after she passed away. She used to come over, and the last time we colored, we painted a picture together, and we chose different colors. We chose unicorns colors. We allowed Kastari to do whatever she liked. If she wanted candy, she wanted cereal for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, we would go to the store and buy her unicorn cereal, and she would eat it. We'd get yelled at all the time. And me and James, we didn't care. We didn't care. We didn't care what anyone said, including Hakeem, including my sister. If Kastari wanted it, she got it. She got it. Anything she wanted. She stayed up. I remember the last time she spent the night, she was up. We woke up, me and James woke up. And we look over and it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Of course, Starry is still up, scrolling and going through the phone all the time. And she was very smart. She knew how to look up names. And she loved water. Water. She didn't want juice. Everything was about water. But I just thank you guys all. And we love her. And she is an angel. And she's with the unicorns. Thank you guys.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Starry's Didi Jessie. I have a few verses that I would like to read. Luke 18:15 through 17. Then they also brought infants to him, that he might touch them. But when the disciples saw it, they rebuked them. But Jesus called them to him and said, Let the children come to me, and do not forbid them, for such is the kingdom of God. Or surely, I say to you, whoever does not receive the kingdom of God as a little child will by no means enter it. Revelation 21:3 through 4. And I heard a loud voice from heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people. God himself be with them, and be their God. And God wipe away every tear from their eyes. There shall be no more death, nor sorrow, nor crying. There should be no more pain, for the former things have passed away. John 14:1. Let, y- let your heart let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. And I go and I prepare. Sorry. I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you to myself, that where I am, there you may be also. And where I go, you know, and the way you know. Thomas said to him, Lord, we do not know where you are going. And how can we know the way? Jesus said to him, I am the way, the truth, the life, and no one comes to the Father except through me. This is a poem. I'm home. Now I am gone. Release me. Let me go. I have so many things to see and do. You mustn't tie yourself with me with tears. Be happy. We had so many beautiful years. I gave to you my love. You can only guess how much you gave to me in happiness. I thank you for the love you have shown. But now it's time I travel alone. So grieve for me for a while, if grieve you must. Then let your grief be comforted by trust. It's only for a while that we must part. So bless the memories within your heart. I won't be far away, for life goes on. So if you need me, call and I will come. Though you cannot see or touch me, I'll be near. And if you listen with your heart, you'll hear all of my love around you, soft and clear. And then when you must come this way alone, I'll greet you with a smile and a welcome home. They say there's a reason. They say that time will heal, but neither time nor reason will change the way that I feel. For no one knows the heartache that lies behind our smiles. No one knows how many times we have broken down and cried. We want to tell you something so there won't be any doubt. You're so wonderful to think about, but so hard to be without. So this is something that I wrote last night for my story. The day that I received the call that we lost our beautiful story was the hardest day in my entire life. To know that we wouldn't have you dancing around during our family game nights and have us laughing so hard, or that adorable sound that you made when you were eating, letting us know how good the food was and that you were really enjoying it, could never get old to us. Our family trips that we would take every year to the beach were the best. We had so much fun. Such a good time. That was your favorite, going to the beach, playing with everyone, dancing, swimming, swimming. Oops, and I can't forget eating. I can't forget. These are just a few of my memories we have to remember you by. I know that your physical being is no longer here with us, but I know without a doubt in my heart that you are still here with us in spirit and through memories that we share together. Starry, your Didi loves you so much. And I want to thank you for the wonderful 4 years that we were blessed with you in our lives. You have made such an impact on so many people, including me. You will forever be in my heart and on my mind. We will continue to do our family beach trip because I know that that's what you would want us to do. And to be happy, not sad. I will continue to do our family game nights and act silly, knowing that you're here watching over us. Starry, please stay by our side. We need you. And all love you more than any amount of words could ever explain. Your memories will continue on forever. Our new angel, I know you're in heaven, dancing, singing, running around, and eating. So if there's anything that gives me some comfort, is knowing that you're with the Lord in heaven. Until we meet again, Starry, rest in paradise, baby. Didi loves you so much. Thank you, everyone, for coming and for all the support that we receive.
Good morning, guys. I honestly haven't prepared anything at all. This has been a long, long month for all of us. It's been a very trying time for all of us, but this time has been filled with nothing but love and support. Through all of this, I've gained a new family because of Kastari. Because of this, none of us are alone. She's made sure that we've had everybody that we've needed. We haven't come short of anything. We haven't come short of anything. All we've done is gain an angel. All we've done is gain love. We've gained motivation. We gain more guidance. And now it's just time for us to act on it. It's just time for us to go harder for her. It's time for us to remember her and to just make sure that she lives on through all of us. We have to make sure that we continue to laugh, make sure we continue to dance, making sure we continue to eat well, we travel, we see the world, we do everything that she was doing and that she would want us to do. We don't lack anything. We have each other, and we're going to continue to have each other. We're going to continue to be strong. We're going to continue to be loved. And we're going to do this for Kastari.
Anybody else would like to speak before we close the services down? James, Daddy, would you like to speak? No? Alright, Rico, let's say bye to Starry. Come on, put the phone down. Let's say bye to Starry because we gotta go bye-bye.
Bye, Dobby.
Give her a kiss.
Alright, give her a hug. I mean, a kiss.
Okay.
Okay, I'll see you in a while.
I think we will bye,
She'll be right with you.
Thank you,
All the
everyone.
time.
We love you. We thank you.
Yes.
And just keep the prayers up. Thank you.